Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Temujin the Fox, who will one day, hopefully not in the too distant future, be known as Ghengis Khan. But we still got a little bit of work to do in that regard. As you can see in the off screen here, I did go and do a little bit more conquering. I think maybe a couple of years here have passed where I went and took these little places up here, got some vassals, got some tributaries, finished off the war against Buku as well. And that's just mainly because it's really tedious going for all these places that are just one at a time. So I just went and did that in the off screen to make it a little bit easier. And so, yeah, I essentially just declared war on pretty much all of them at once and then just marched the armies through and took care of all of that. So, as you can see, we've consolidated our realm pretty good here. And this is all in preparation for taking the Become Greatest of Khan's decision. Now, before we got the amazing event that gives you the Conqueror and all those huge bonuses, I was fully prepared to just grind through all of the decisions in order to get this thing here. But we're playing as Temujin, so of course I should have expected that there would be an event that would give us make that a lot easier to get to that point. However, I have seen some playthroughs of this, and I do know that taking that event will start off a pretty big war, which I really want to prepare myself for, and that's why I've kind of tried to consolidate as many of these places as I can, and I'm trying to get as many of these people to essentially be obedient to me and be as close on my side as I can to prevent to basically stabilize our realm so that when the enemies do rise up against us in this crazy war, because if you don't know, choosing this option gives you a lot of bonuses when you win, like all these crazy bonuses, but you have to win the Great War of Defiance, and that can have huge amounts of troops, and like all of these places can rise up against you. So I want to deal with that first. Now, we have kind of, like I said, kind of settled down our realm up here, which is good. So I'm hoping that we won't have to worry about it from there. But I do want to do one thing before we get down to choosing that decision. And I want to get the Kara Khitai tributized to us. That's definitely not how you say that, but I want to make them a tributary first. I don't know. I think they could still potentially fight against us in the war, but I think that we're going to try it anyways and hope to take down what could potentially be one of our bigger rivals during that war. The Cumans, I don't think the Cumans will rise up against us. We could try to get some allies among some other powerful ones, like the Gurids or something like that. And try to head off them from joining in. But like the Kimeks and all these people, they can all join in against us. So yeah, it's gonna be tricky, but I do want to deal with the Kara Khitai. The Cumans did finish off their war against the Byzantines, and interestingly enough, we do have some Byzantines in our court now, such as Marcus the Spiteful, a Byzantine Greek noble here, who apparently had some rough relationship with his father and his family, and so he went and became a mercenary there. There's some other mercenaries with him as well, such as Diomedes the Scarred, an incredibly skilled siege commander, but excommunicated from the Orthodox Church, along with Constantinios the Trojan. That's kind of a inauspicious nickname, but another excommunicated man. I wonder why. He's just a little bit lustful, but apparently on the way here, he got measles and was rendered blind from it. So unfortunate from him. But we're going to use these Greek mercenaries because we are expanding this empire and we are gaining people, lots of different steppe people, but now even people from further abroad are flocking to the banner of the Mongols. But like I said, I do want to deal with the Kara Khitai first and foremost. But I do see that we have our good vassal Dana. Well, I pronounce it different every time. The poet here Wants to weave a historical record. His skill is legendary and renowned throughout the world. We're absolutely going to do this. It's going to cost us a chunk of money, but we got pretty decent money here. I did move our capital over to Ongi, and I am upgrading it as we speak, trying to build that up in preparation for this big war. But yeah, let's take these guys down because honestly, I think we should be able to do it pretty easily. We have a huge army compared to theirs, and they're super far in debt. So I think that we will be able to manage this pretty good. Raise up the... It's not where I want to. Raise up the armies. Let's get rid of that here. I want to get rid of this one because that's the worst place to be raising armies. There we go. Let's raise up the armies over here, please. Raise all there. I'm actually just gonna put our armies on automated for now because I don't think we need to manage this directly. We'll deal with the events as they come here. Chagatai has come of age and he's going to be one of our warriors here. Excellent. That's good news. See if we can get him a strong alliance here. Songul Teratoba. Yeah, I mean, the more... Oh, this is another one of the human daughter here. Well, maybe it's like one that's like closer to his age, perhaps. Just solidifying our alliance with the humans. What about our daughters? Could we try to get get an alliance from our daughter here? Let's see. Ooh, Khotan. That was such a great occasion. Could we get an alliance with Khotan? Looks like we could. Khotan, relatively powerful. Oh, vassals of the Khagan of Kara Khitai. Maybe we can turn them against each other, perhaps. Let us see. Let's get that alliance there. He does seem to like us, actually, so that's good. Release the Glory Hounds. I will not let them down. Nice. Gain vassal support from our Glory Hounds. Mercy for the mercenaries. Oh yeah, there's some thugs over here, but they're too drunk to be a real threat, so we're gonna expel these mercenaries here. I do want to also continue to get as many, go down this tree as much as we can too, just all in preparation for this big war. So this episode here is just basically preparing for taking that greatest of the Khan's decision. So that's what we're gonna do. Can hold court as well, so I guess we will. Constantinios takes a turn bending the ear before my court. Glorious liege, give me the honor of entertaining the royal ear and organizing amusements. I am far better suited for the position than Kamran. You have the job. We have other need of your talents. Yeah, okay, you can be our antiquarian. Sure. That's an intelligent Greek man. I think that's fine. I'm faced with Kaidu Borjigin's sad eyes, which grow larger and more pitiful. Oh, is this our nephew? Oh, his father died. Oh, Belgudai. Belgudai died. Oh, he had leprosy. That's horrific. I shall raise the boy myself. Yeah, let's do it. Let's raise our nephew ourselves. And Chieftain Ayuka comes. We've been hit hard by recent raiding. We can give him some gold. There we go. The business is done. Stand before the Khan and listen to his judgment. All right, so let's see how this... Let's see how our AI deals with the... with this. Dedicated to our beloved ports. Hire and extend, only extend, automated. Yeah, I think this is fine. All right, gain another martial perk. I do want to go for living off the land. Could be good. Supply capacity is always good because losing troops to attrition is the worst. All right, let's keep building up our capital here. I'm gonna go for another main upgrade. There we go. We lost one of our Kurultai members, so let's add one in. Get this guy over here. What do we have? Invited to a great hunt. No, I'm not going to worry about joining a hunt or anything right now. Let's just see how this war plays out. Is that the enemy army over there? I kind of hope that we can go and just deal with them relatively quickly there. Don't need to call any allies to war. Should be able to handle this relatively well. Stick to your own duties, Kamran. Kamran will ensure its quality. Come on. And he improves the work. Excellent. That's good. Right, we got a little bit of a battle there. Nothing major to worry about. Sieges getting done. Family matters. It's very curious, my liege. Very curious indeed. I'm not sure what to make of it. Can you fathom it, perhaps? The poet presents me with a stone tablet dug out of some dusty nook in an ancestral home. I peer at it quizzically. I'm not sure what it means. Look, your lineage doesn't show up anywhere on this list. This could be serious ill news for my legitimization attempts. Have this destroyed. And Dana. Nonsense. Look, my father's name is right there. Yeah, have this destroyed. Absolutely. Let none know. It's foolishness in any case to think that we are not the greatest of all essentially. You can get a bunch of herd, but I don't feel the need to demand. I mean, 15 times what, 100? 15 times 112? That's actually a reasonable amount of herd though. But probably not enough to make it worth annoying all of those guys. Yeah, let's just keep this war score building up here. Oh, look at it's an illustrious wall ornament. Nice. Short rain duration, but that's good actually for us too. That's actually pretty good. Let's put that up in our royal court here. Where can we fit this? We're going to replace it with this banner over there. Dana's tapestry. Yeah, renown's good. Or grandeur bonus is good, but the short rain bonus, the short rain duration bonus is excellent. Yeah, so let's keep this war going here. Once the Kara Khitai are dealt with, then we will definitely have good advantage over our enemies, hopefully, anyways, in that war. Let's see here. Yeah, Khotan. So Khotan's our ally now. That's good. I mean, what we're gonna do before that war too is just try to get as many strong alliances here. I've already got the alliances with the Teratoba. Khotan, we've already got the alliance with. What about Degelen Kimeks? Who are these people? Maybe we could go get something with them as well. Not sure whereabouts they are, but the more strong alliances we have, the better. Okay, are you guys even sieging? You could be carpet sieging a lot better than this, honestly. Got a trusty stallion. Let's make them stronger. And that was money well spent there. We got a very strong warhorse. Nice. Look at that. Oh, levy size plus 15? Well, actually, I don't know if we even get levies, technically. Yeah, we don't really get that many levies. It's all based on our herd. The AI is not this automated army. Like, it could have 3 of these armies could be going and sieging other things here. Snakehead Court, your vassal chiefess Kojin is seen leaving the chambers. Oh no. Fornication in my court? Crazy. In any case, let's let these sieges continue. Hopefully, like I said, I just don't want to manage this this war particularly here. So let's just let the AI handle it there. They're going to continue with their sieges. The siege is going to go, and then we're going to go probably right for their capital there. And that should take care of it. Oh, let's get fierce charge exercises for 10 years. Now let's get the perk. Perks are going to be advantageous to us here. Parthian tactics or organized march. Army movement speed is good. Nomadic horde screen could be useful as well. Although Parthian tactics obviously is going to be very useful to us. But army movement speed, we have to cross such huge distances that army movement speed is actually going to be a nice little bonus here. Because like, look how the size of our realm. It's massive. So yeah, we're obviously gonna need to deal with that. Arkat spared. Despite successfully besieging the settlement of Arkat, a fortification protecting swaths of Greater Arkat, Yagbuk Ibrahim has restrained his troops. Looting has been isolated and sporadic. Though your vassal has been spared, the Sarkayan are your personal domain hungrily. Meddlesome savages. Is that just because somebody was raiding us, I imagine? Alright, let's manage that. So where in the world are we actually? Because the map is kind of skewed, right? Like the way that it's shaped here is kind of odd. Like this has got to be what, Kazakhstan right over here. So what would this be? Uzbekistan? Just forgetting my map over here, which I'm normally much better at. Yeah, what is the region that Kara Khitai is in? Not Afghanistan. Afghanistan is further down. Afghanistan would be here. Maybe, I mean, Kazakhstan's pretty big. It's got to be a good chunk of this, right? In any case, let us continue along here. Betrothal fulfilled. Khan Muhammad. All right. Fine with that. Siege is going on well here. We're going to get their capital down. And then we've got a couple sieges going on here. So we'll see how our war score looks like after this. 74%. Oh, and we captured the wife. We take her as a concubine. Negotiate release. Can we do that? Make concubine. Make his wife a concubine? He'll hate us for it, that's for sure. But she is a princess. She's the daughter of the Maharaja. Just a lowborn daughter, but technically a princess, so we could take her as our concubine. You know what? Let's do it. We haven't done that before. He's not pleased, but we will take her as our woman here. Because she is a princess, technically speaking. The camp dispute. Let's deliver a speech of unity. It didn't work, but we might as well join in the brawl. And there we go. We got another perk. Hit and run? No, let's get the Parthian tactics here. There we go. No one rides our horse but us. Severe drought. That's not ideal. All right, this battle against the main enemy army here should give us what we need to pull off the victory against Kara Khitai. There we go. Indeed it does. Enforce ornaments. Can we demand a hostage? Maybe we should. This is one of his sons. Firm. Yeah, let's do it. Let's enforce the demands. There we go. All right, so they've become a tributary. Which is good. Oh, nice. We get a... Oh, yeah, let's take that part of the tactics there. All right, so they are our tributary. I'm going to switch off of this. Going to disband all of our armies there. We're going to let things settle. So we've got lots of money. Our son, Chagatai, can get married. So let us do that. Yeah, all right. So he is our tributary. Demand obedience. We can demand his obedience. Let's do so. Can we win him over? Send gift of herd. Oh man, 500 herd to get that much of a boost? Yeah, sure, why not? Especially considering that we can vassalize this guy. Perfect. Our son needs a guardian. We will be that ourselves. Yeah, you know what? Let's take let's get some herd back here. Chochi, yeah, we can get some herd from him. Chamuka, let's get some herd there. Not too worried about it. Only reduces that by 10 opinion. I wish there was like a faster way to do that. Could we just demand herd from everybody? Let's see. Probably not, but I'm just gonna quickly go through and demand a bunch of herd here, because you know, the more herd the better. And yeah, I'm not too worried about a little bit of opinion loss. Go. It's gonna give a nice little boost to our herd anyways. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, Kara Khitai, I mean, you know, despite the fact that we took one of his wives as a concubine, you know, he didn't really have any choice. You know, he's so far in debt. His army got rocked by ours. You know, he knows who's boss. He knows who's boss now. But does this give us let's get an alliance there. Can we become the greatest? No. Okay, so we need to get some obedient, so powerful vassals who are disobedient. This guy is, so let's demand obedience there. He will accept. Obedient. All right, so I think once we've done that, theoretically, we should be able to... Oh, yeah, look at all, getting all that herd there. It's not a huge amount, but it's a decent enough amount. This guy has one of our rural tie. Okay, so our realm has expanded pretty big, as you can see here. Is it time? Is it time to become the greatest of all Khans? Well, we can vassalize some more people. Prisoners can be ransomed. So let's do that as well. Ooh, okay. That's actually a reasonable amount of money there. So these ones we can potentially demand herd from. Let's see here. More neighbors can be vassalized. We just want to we want to solidify our realm as much as we can here before we make this decision, because yeah, I think this war can be pretty difficult. Go. Let's see here. Can create a ton of titles, but I don't feel the need to do that just yet. Let's see, prisoners can be ransomed. Let's get some more herd there. Go. Let's get as much herd out of them as we can. Just keep boosting that up. Can demand some herd here. Yeah, that's fine. Just preparing for this this massive war that we're probably going to be facing here in just a moment. Look at this. More neighbors can be vassalized. Which is exactly what we want. Because I think vassals, like, yeah, if Buku surrenders to us, right? Like, if rather than being a tributary, if they're a vassal, I think they're not as likely to join up against us in the war. I don't know if that's true, but I choose to believe that it's true. We can grant this guy here. Let's see, get some more herd there. I know I'm just kind of going through all these like mundane little tasks. There's not a lot of RP going on here, but we're just preparing for something that's going to be pretty crazy. While I'm in the midst of drilling my heavy cavalry, Marcus, here's one of our Greek mercenaries, approaches me as I sit atop my steed. He avoids my gaze and stares at the ground. After much hesitation, he speaks up. My lord, all we ever seem to do with our armored horses is charge them directly at the enemy in a straight line. Is it not time we attempted another approach? Ha, fool, there is no finer stratagem known to man. We get crushing charge for 10 years. He doesn't like it, but no, I think this is the finest stratagem known to man. Charge them down. All right. Is this... Are we at the point where we can go for this war? Or do we want to go and like take down some more of these guys here? Forced vassalization. Do we want to take down like a few more of them before we go into like the Kirghiz over here? Declare war, forced vassalization of the Kirghiz. Yeah, I mean, we probably... Let's try and get all these ones up. I'm gonna put the AI on to this again. Our new hostage has arrived. Excellent. Yeah, that's gonna be very useful too in preventing the Kara Khitai from rising up against us. Hopefully, anyways. Yeah, we'll let our AI deal with these armies over here. Popular support, my lord Makagan, my undisputed. We have the humble hamlets come bearing gifts, grain, game, and gold. When you see my soldiers, feed them. Widespread present. Oh yeah, supply capacity. Supply capacity is useful here. All right, 47 years old. Yeah, I think by the time we're 50, we're gonna want to take that that decision there. But I think consolidating things as much as we can until that point is the best option because yeah, it's gonna be a tough war, but the better prepared we are for it, the better off we'll be. You know, we've got 36,000 troops, which is not too bad. Royal Court. 2 palfreys. Yagbu Ibrahim of the Karluks has bestowed upon me a most gracious gift, a couple of well-bred palfreys, 1 mare and 1 stallion. Look at these muscles. Look at those hindquarters. And they will both fetch a good price. No, they will serve the lords and ladies of the court. We could probably boost up our court too, right? Like our court grandeur. Go up to levels, maybe boost it up just a tiny bit. I think we can afford, what, level 4? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Let's boost that up a little bit. All right, hopefully the AI can manage this war relatively well. I'm hoping they're just going to split up their armies here and take care of things. My brother is plotting to kill my caravan master. Oh my gosh. Come on, Alton. Why? Why are you doing this? Oh well. He's our brother, so I'll cut him some slack. Let's see. Designate a guardian for our hostage. How about our brother? Convert faith, convert culture. Yeah, let's do that too. All right. Too few concubines. Well, we'll get more. All right, 50% already in that one war. Don't need to call in any allies. Yeah, so we're just going to solidify the step here, and then we should be prepared for this war. A nice word. There's something that has not left my mind, Borta says. I have noticed something about you as of late. Your prowess is unmatched. Yeah, it is. Look at that, 41 prowess. Other men turn their envious eyes at you, filled with jealousy. I've been paying attention, and I am impressed. She gestures for me to move closer. All right, well, let's... I love you too, my dear. Yeah. Let us... Why don't you just show me how impressed you are? The grand entrance. I stand away for clothes as the poet fusses around me, adjusting my clothes. Satisfied with his work, he muses a little. I've been wondering, he starts, whether you might consider a different style. I return his gaze with suspicion. Well, You have been trying to play up your ties with your forebears. Perhaps it is worth thinking about presenting yourself in their image. I shall dress myself as the first Mongols did. Gain ancient clothing. That's kind of cool. Maybe a stylistic hint or two wouldn't go amiss. Yeah, let's do it. Let's. Nobody's convinced though. Darn. Nice. Get another martial lifestyle perk. Envelopment. My daughter-in-law Mutlu has given birth to a son. This is Chaghatai's son. Temujin, named after me, or Tumbinai Setsun. Kabul. A good Mongol name such as Bogorchu. Baga, Guyuk, Aguchu. How about, let's see, Bartan. Yeah, Bartan seems fine. All right, I think we're going to go with envelopment here because men-at-arms counter efficiency is always good. So let's get that boosted up there. All right, looks like we're going to handle these wars up here first and foremost. We want to just declare war on this guy. Becomes our tributary. Why can't we do that? Oh, because he doesn't border our realm. So we got to win one of these other wars first, and then we can deal with him. High Chieftain Jamuka has accused my son and heir of having an extramarital affair. Well, why would I care? That's fine. He can be an adulterer. He is a son of the great Khan. Kaidu has been complaining about Sugar bullying him. Kaidu Borjigan. Trying to hide in your room. Give him arbitrary. What is this? Bargujin joins your court? Alright. We're above the domain limit, so we should probably give away one of our titles here. Where are all of our titles, actually? Let's see. What's this one? Stoyanka? Is this any good? Not really. All right, let's just give it away to our son, Chagatai. Yeah, Chagatai can have a title. Why not? Grant our son some titles. We could probably form up a duchy over here for him too. Yeah, let's do that. Give him a duchy. Because he is our son and he does deserve, you know, such honors. That one there. Excellent. He'll be a high chieftain, just like his brother. All right, there we go. Some battles going well over here. Hopefully we'll be able to take care of this pretty quickly anyways. I was watching Tului play with the other children when Zhong Yuan tried to push him over. The moment did not last long. Moving on is often the best. Wrathful. Tului. Your son and ward. Wrathful. Yeah, he's getting trained up to be a warrior, so a little bit of wrath is good for anybody who wants to be a warrior. All right, play these sieges well. God, they're just terrible at it just does not know how to manage any of this kind of stuff. I'll take over it in a second if it doesn't know what to do here, which it doesn't, so I'm just gonna go and do that. Yeah, like you didn't need to bring all of your army over to deal with that. All right, let's send that army there. Let's take half of the army. Let's go and finally deal with these guys, and then let's just get this all wrapped up. There we go. 100%. Force those demands. See, look, as soon as I took over, it's all under control. Do want to declare war against this guy. Force vassalization here. Send a couple armies over here as well. For all the authority I supposedly wield as Kagan, I cannot be everywhere in the realm at once. This is where my vassal Ep.6 comes in. He who could have been faithfully enforcing my decrees within his own domain. He will serve me as my right hand. We gain a right... Who is this guy? Oh, he's actually relatively capable. Yeah, has right hand, control goat. That's pretty decent, actually. Serve the Great Khan well, and you will be rewarded for it. Right, let's get these wars all sorted out. These 8,000 troops should easily be able to bring these people under control. Demand is tributary. Yeah, this guy's going to accept because he doesn't really have much other choice there. Take a look at these battles as the war score goes. My sister-in-law Namzila and I are observing my son Ogade as he happily skips across the encampment with a few rocks at hand ready to be played with. Namzila eagerly turns to me with a huge smile. Don't you think it's time for Ogade to learn to ride a horse instead of playing a childish game? Yeah, Ogade definitely has to learn to ride the horse here. Ogade will understand in due time. No, he has to learn how to do it by himself. And he learns to ride. Good. It's actually a little late. He's 14 years old and he's a Mongol. He should already be able to ride a horse. Let's let the time go. Trader be known to all. No, I don't think this guy's, he's relatively trustworthy there. I know I'm skipping past kind of stuff, but there's a lot of just, like small kind of minute things. And I don't necessarily want to just skip an entire episode worth of stuff going on because some interesting and important events might happen. But, to some extent, our goal is to get to the point where we can take this decision and start this big war. So I do want to see us get to that point. Our daughter did come of age there, and she became a tough soldier. It's fine enough. We got tough daughters here in the Mongol army as well. Invited to a hunt. Don't really feel the need to join any hunts or anything like that. Let's just go and get these sieges done and dusted. And then I think once these two wars are done, I mean, we've got a pretty solid control of things around here. Ooh, Kaidu? Yeah, we can give him ambitious. Arbitrary ambitious. What could go wrong with that? Is Kaidu going to be our new Kublai? Maybe. Let's enforce those demands. Excellent. Let's see. Grant some vassals. All right. Oh yeah, and that's siege. There we go. Perfect. And what about you? Can we demand you as a tributary? We can. All right. That is about all that we need to do, I think, to solidify our realm here, and we can still become the greatest of all Khans. So taking a look at the realm, let's just make sure is there anything that we want to do beforehand? Like, our vassals are relatively obedient. This guy's disobedient, so let's demand obedience. I don't know if this makes a difference, but I think it's worth getting as many of them obedient as we can before we start this war. We can negotiate obedience, but we don't really need to. Yeah, this guy's disobedient. Demand that obedience. I mean, they're all getting big bonuses because, we're demanding this obedience. Every belligerent vassal gains 15 opinion every time we do this, and they're all going along with it because we're just so powerful here. Yeah, let's just demand as much obedience as we can in preparation for this war here. Let's see. Oh, our son is disobedient. Yeah, let's solve that. There we go. These guys obedient, disobedient, demand obedience here. All right, let's let them all accept there. As you can see, they all did. Oh, wow. Okay, that was quite a bit. All right, we need a new spymaster. This guy's pretty good, so let's get him in that position. What do we have here? Negotiate alliance. Willing to do that. The more alliances, the better. Okay. Anything else we want to do? Prisoners can be ransomed for herd, obviously. Oh, let's see. Well, herd or money, I guess. I know this is probably very tedious. This is kind of a tedious episode, but like I said, I just don't want to skip too much. I don't want to like I'll go and skip some of these small kind of wars and things like that. But I don't want to skip all of it, you know, just in case. Guy doesn't want to bend to our tyranny. Well, that's fortunate to him. Just keep bringing in as much herd as we can here. Oh. Did our armies disband? All right, I'll go and sort out the rest of this in the meantime. One thing I will do is I will get another building going here. Let's see, barter stalls, herd income. Yeah, let's get the Ovu here. I think we'll finally go and get that one going. But yeah, I think we're ready. I think that this is as much time as I want to spend preparing for this war. I think it is time to actually go and do it. I know this is gonna I know this is gonna be tough. I feel like we've done as much preparation as we can. We've got a ton of money, so we can hire a lot of mercenaries. We've got, you know, we're gonna have a pretty big army, you know, 34,000 here. We've got some allies. Even if this is a very tough war, I think that we should still okay. I mean, I wasn't sure exactly what to expect, but that's actually it's quite a bit there. The Karluks leading the war. These guys leading the war. Okay, that's actually not so bad. Maybe okay. I mean, let's take a look at this. 73,000. Oh, look at that. So yeah, so look at these. Some of these guys did rise up against us here. Maybe because they're only tributaries. Maybe tributaries do rise up against you in this war. Because yeah, look, the Kara Khitai and all those ones have risen up against us. But luckily, we've got all of this solidified here. So the nice thing is that we won't have to worry about anything coming in from the north. So that's actually going to be a big relief to us. But yeah, we're going to have to worry about a lot coming in from the south here. There's a couple different points that they can come in. So we can defend here, you know, defend here. This is going to be a defensive war, right? So, okay, I just wasn't quite expecting all of that. Will the Cumans help us? All allies to war. No, neither of these ones will join us. Ah, man, that sucks. All right, I was hoping our allies would be able to join us for this. Okay, all right, this could be tough. Let's let time pass. War for the earth and heavens. Countless tribes rise to oppose me. Riled to war by Yagbu, Ibrahim of the Karluks, and Gurid's armies join them. Emir-e Amiran Gorduya is desperate to see the great steppe divided. Others, the weak and fearful, have crawled to Ongi and joined chieftain Serik of the Naimans in giving me their submission. All the clans under the Mongol Empire are called, cries my nephew, High Chieftain Turil. The brave mount their war horses. We ride where your horsetail banners catch the wind. We could say, save yourself for the wars to come. All vassals who have joined your war are removed as participants. If you become greatest of Khan, you'll gain renown scaled by the number and tier of these vassals. We will have the world or we will die. I think all of these allies are going to be useful to us, right? Like, this is what's kind of going to give us a shot. So I think we're going to keep them with us. We will have the world or we will die. Okay, 73,000. That seems manageable. 50,000 versus 73,000. That feels very, very manageable. I don't think it's going to be easy, but the fact that the enemy capital is not that far away. If we could raise our armies up right over here and just whoosh, like go in and just take their capital really quick, we might be able to win this war in like one good fell swoop. But if it becomes a long, protracted, and drawn out fight, that could be a lot tougher. I'm gonna have to do some planning. Please leave your suggestions down below if you've got any suggestions that might help this war go a little bit easier. But until the next time, Wanderers, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I apologize that this wasn't the most role-played episode, but we did what we needed to do, and now it is time to become the greatest of Khans. And then I will see you in the next episode.